G'day and welcome back to Derriere Farms, where today we're going to be doing a tour of the latest Brazilian map called Recanto de Alvorada by Connect Modding. Now I'm sure I butchered that, and I will probably butcher most of the Brazilian names, but this is a beautiful map set in Brazil, and it also introduces a new crop to the game, which is coffee. So, as you can see, when you load into the bus station. The story, according to what's on the website, is you're a new farmer who's just arrived in the region, your bags are packed, and you're ready to go. Now, the map itself comes with 79 fields, and 71 of those have missions available according to the description. And as you can see, the field sizes range from quite small to quite large as you travel around the map. Now, I'm assuming all the map fields that have numbers on are the ones that are supposed to have contracts available on them. And it's the sugarcane fields over here that do not have any contracts available on them. I'm not sure what they cost to purchase, so they're fairly reasonable at $179,000. This one's $349,000, and there are several small grass fields, or they're grass/forestry fields, which are dotted around the map and are ideal for either your extra production points or animals. And we'll go through what's available in terms of productions as we drive around the map. There is unfortunately no custom crop calendar for this map. They have added in, and if we just take a look at it, seasonal growth for coffee beans. But everything else stays the same, which I think is a little bit unfortunate, because my understanding is Brazil's warm enough that you can actually do double cropping. I could be wrong. I'm sure Connect Modding knows a little bit more about Brazil than I do, but it's such a temperate place. I'm sure there are some crops you can do double cropping in. Especially as they say in the description of the map that there is no snow, as Brazil does not get cold enough to have snow, at least this part of Brazil anyway. So we'll take a quick tour around the map, then we'll end up at the farm and we'll look at the equipment we start off with and the farmland we start off with. And then I'm going to give you, well, I have a beef, so make sure you bear to the end of it, because it may well affect your gameplay style. And the beef's not with Connect Modding, it's with Giants. The second thing is, too, I'm going to talk a little bit about course play and why I think you might want it for this map. And then I'm going to do a second video because Connect Modding also released a set or an equipment pack to go with this map. It's released separately, it's not included, to handle your coffee, and there's a fantastic new sugarcane harvester. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have notifications turned on for that video. So, as I said, you start off at the bus station in what looks like a beautiful town. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Estancia Lapacho. It's very well done. Most of the buildings, over here we have the grocery store, and as you can see, it's custom. Down there, I don't think we need to get that close to it. You have the grape processing factory. That's not custom, but it's one of the very few things that are not custom. And, well, we'll go to the bakery after bakery's just down this way. What we're going to do first, though, is we're going to go to the vehicle dealership and we're going to pick up a vehicle, because you don't start with anything but tractors in this game, so we need something to get around the map. Here we have grain selling point number 3. We won't go all the way inside. You get the idea, just looking at it. And there is the Jackto dealership, where you buy equipment from, including the new equipment. And across the street, if you want to repair your equipment at a decent price, there is Lizard Motors. I won't guarantee the quality of their work, but it is Lizard. So it's something we're all familiar with. What I like about the dealership, right off the bat, is the size of the yard. It's a nice big yard. I find some maps, the dealership's yard is too small, and if you buy multiple pieces of equipment like a combine, a header, a trailer, or a header trailer all at the same time, you have to do quite a bit of maneuvering to get things in place. This yard is big enough that you should be able to do that with a minimal amount of problems. We will buy the Lizard Quad Bear to get around the map. Cheap one of us. I don't know if it's the cheapest, but it's pretty versatile. It goes pretty quickly. Now this is a mod, it's completely separate, and it is downloadable on ModHub if you don't already have it. Very customizable in terms of colors, and it goes 60 miles an hour. I like the inside of the dealership. Oh, they have a repair shop here too. And I just double checked the description on ModHub. Apparently Lizard Motors is cheaper. You can get repairs done here or at Lizard Motors. But Lizard Motors is cheaper. Like I said, I won't guarantee the quality of the work at Lizard Motors, but hey, if it's repaired, it's repaired. Alrighty, so let's just quickly go up to the left. I don't want this to take too long. There's the bakery. And a little bit further back, tucked away, look at these buildings. They're absolutely beautiful and definitely add to the feel of the map. And it looks like a very busy place. Anyway, tucked away at the back, before I run the stop/pare sign, you have the coffee factory. Completely custom building. I love it. It looks really, really nice. Trying to obey the traffic signs because I'm not sure how strict the Brazilian police are. So, like I said, since we're in town, I thought we would do a quick map tour up and around this way, and we'll end up at the farm, rather than going to the farm and doubling back. I'm going to stop right here because I love these textures. They definitely give you a worked farm feel. Look at the tractor tires on the road that have dragged the mud onto the road. And the roads are definitely custom. In fact, there's not much on this map that's not custom. Top left of the map, we have a gas station. And I have no idea what price. I guess those are in Brazilian dollars. Sadly, the gas prices look like gas prices today. in American dollars, not Brazilian dollars. Here we have the bale sell point. It will take pretty much all of your sellable bales, including cotton. You will have to add productions to this map, like I said, if you want to be able to turn certain products into other products, like cotton into fabric or wool into fabric. There is no tailor shop or fabric or clothing store on the map. Custom billboards advertising Jacto equipment. Yeah, Jacto was the equipment that I was telling you about earlier that has been released specifically for this map. It's a new license to Farming Simulator, so I'll be curious to see what else custom Connect modding, I keep wanting to call them custom modding, but Connect modding brings out for it. Here we have the grain station number 2, I believe it is. And we'll backtrack a little bit. See, that one's nice. That one's, well, they're all very nice. Everything is nice. There's a nice mix of fields that are planted and not planted, and as we had a quick look and we saw, depending on the size, some of them aren't that expensive, so it shouldn't take too long to build up your farm. There are stones all over the map, and this is a production point where it will, well, it's a debris crusher and a lime station. So it will take your stones and it will turn them into lime, which you can collect here. I like the detail in the power transmission lines. There's the grain sell point again. This may not have been the best vehicle to do a map tour with. It tends to, tends to be a little bit bouncy. But this map definitely has a nice sense of depth to it. Nice rolling hills. And here we are at the sugar cane fields. As we looked at on the map at the beginning, those are quite extensive. And we'll come back to those in a second. Just up here to the right, or left, sorry, and then to the right. And I think I took the wrong way in here. Is your dairy. Now, the other thing to note is most of these businesses apparently have operating hours, and they will close down at nighttime. Yeah, we took the wrong way in. I like the dairy. It's completely custom. They didn't reuse the base game production facilities for a lot of the things they have in this game. So you got quite a little bit of sugarcane, as you can see, on the left and the right, and you've even got some sugarcane fields ready to harvest. Like I said, unfortunately, I don't think those are the ones that come with contracts available because there is no field number to them. Here's the sugarcane processing facility. Now, this does not work like the sugar factory on other maps. This is basically purely a sell point for sugarcane. You sell your sugarcane just over to the right. And it also produces, well, I want to say digestate, but slurry, which you collect from the left there, and you can fertilize your fields with. Now, I love this facility. The detail that's gone into it. I would love to put it on another map. And I mean, it's huge, so you would need quite a bit of space. But I would like to turn it into an ethanol factory. I think it would double very nicely as an ethanol factory. And I mean, we have propane now, but we don't have ethanol as far as I know in the game. And where I am in corn producing country, or if you're in the Midwest, well, ethanol is big business. I have very mixed feelings on whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's definitely helped boost the price of crops for farmers, but it's also raised the price of corn crops for consumers, and for cattle feed. You got sugar beet on the left. There's also quite a lot of these empty areas are quite nice. They're forested, and it's nicely done. It's not. I have not noticed any hit on my performance driving around this map. Now, agreed, I don't have any productions or anything going like that. I don't have pallets lying all over the place. But it's got this really nice feel to it. Okay, I'm going to see you down at the next production point, rather than just keep driving around and admiring the scenery. We're going to do a flyover at the end. I'll see you there. Alright, here we are at the next grain station. You can see this is pretty much the same as the number 3, which is right in town. We won't go all the way in because it's the same. We saw the other one, we've seen this one. Rather than keep adding to the video. And up here on the right, we have the cooperative. And this will take it's a sell point which will take most of your sellable items, much like the grocery store will in terms of food products. I like it. Again, a nice custom building. I like the fact that they put the effort into making these buildings rather than just rehashing the ones from Elm Creek. I guess they couldn't really rehash the ones from Europe because they just wouldn't fit, but still. I really do like the ground textures on this map. Like I said, it reminds me a lot of Estancia Lapacho, and I know again I'm butchering that name, but Policia. Oh, something to do with police coming up ahead. I think it's down here to the left. You've got a couple of more really nice big fields. You've got some custom ground textures. Nice and red to just goes with the field. To me, it just adds to the map. Now, those were some of your bigger fields. And like I said, I'm going to go into my beef at the end of this video. Like I said, it's not with Kinect modding, it's with Giants. There are several lakes around the map that I've noticed where you can get water from. There's also several water points, so you definitely don't have to worry about that. And if you're anything like me, you wait till you have enough money to buy animals that have plumbed-in animal pens. I just don't find the return on investment in the paddocks that good. And here we have the sawmill. Works just like the other sawmills in the game. Got wood chips. You can buy it just like any other sawmill production point. I'm going to go back the way I came, actually, because there is something I found that I thought was a nice touch. And you'll find it driving around, but it's worth having a look at. Unfortunately, it's not a production point or anything like that, but it is a police inspection station, I'm guessing, by the looks of things. Policia Rodoviaria is, I'm guessing, road police, or Department of Motor Vehicles, as we would call them in North America, that do the truck inspections. Alright, animal dealership is just up here to the right. Might as well take a quick zoom up there. Again, it is custom. They haven't just reused, what was it, Larson's Livestock or whatever the one from Elm Creek was. It just, there's so much detail in this map. I guess we can talk a little bit while we're driving. As you can tell by the shape of the fields, as I mentioned earlier, it does look like you are going to need either to spend a lot of time doing your own driving, or you're going to need to learn how to use courseplay. Because the AI workers are definitely going to get confused on this map. Some more water over there. If you're not familiar with courseplay, they've made a couple of changes to it in Farming Simulator 22, and I'm in the process of figuring that out, and I will be putting out a video or two, because it's fairly complicated, on how to use courseplay. So here we are at the main farm. This is what we own. Let's go over here. So we own these two small fields down here, a fueling station, a barn, a couple of tractors. Now, you'll notice right off the bat, this is definitely used. 100% damage, and the trailer's 100% damage too, so you will definitely have to repair those if you want any decent amount of performance out of them. The combine, believe it or not, is in good shape, even though it's got a lot of wear to it. You've got a small seeder, a Massey tractor, and then there's the farmhouse. Let's just quickly take a look and make sure we haven't missed anything. Small tractors, no. Medium tractors, yeah, we have the Massey, the combine, the trailer, a disc harrow, planter, and a weight. So you don't start with a lot of equipment like you do on some of the other maps, which is also nice. Inside the farmhouse, you have your sleep trigger, and you can access the kitchen, and only the kitchen, where you have a nice hot cup of coffee waiting for you on the table, and you also have your wardrobe trigger here. There's more coffee outside if you want to entertain. So that is pretty much the map. Let's go down first, and we'll take a look, because these are what I really wanted to get to. These are the points. We have a soybean field on the left, which is still a couple of months away from being ready to harvest. And we have a cornfield that's already been harvested, and much like the rest of the farm, it looks like it's pretty much just been abandoned. It's got bushes that'll have to be taken out. But you don't have a crop. Unlike most maps, you don't have a crop ready to go. Speaking of crops, let's take a quick look at coffee. And then I'm going to talk to you about my beef, which has to do with these two fields being emptied. And this is, again, nothing to do with connect modding. And if I call them custom modding once more, slap me. But nothing to do with connect modding. So I'm going to turn seasons off so that I can actually plant coffee, and we can take a look at the coffee beans. Alright, here we are. So the new coffee plants are found under productions, orchards, just like grapes and olives are. And you plant them exactly the same way. They are quite a bit taller, as you can see, than your grapes and your olives. And that's why they released a custom coffee bean harvester to go with this map. I didn't pay attention to how much it costs, but I don't think they are as expensive as... Yeah, they're 130. Well, they're more expensive. So a good-sized coffee field is going to cost you a fair amount of money. I'm not sure what the yield is because I haven't run this map yet, so I don't know how much you're going to get in terms of coffee. Now, here's my real beef, like I said, and I'm going to do a separate video on this. But right now, having purchased just the Lizard bike, that's it, that's all, we're down to $80,000. I'm sure my tractor repair and trailer repair is going to be another $10,000. And I can make that up by running contracts. Remember, 71 of the 79 fields have contracts. However, let's go to the contract menu. I have one contract. Actually, when I did my very first look at this map, my contract disappeared. This had disappeared by this point. And it's a known bug in the game that Giants refuses to fix until the next patch, which could be 2 to 3 months away. And that is contracts are disappearing at random. Sometimes the contract will appear and the AI worker will finish the contract as soon as the contract is offered up. So right now, the most I can make today, if I did that contract, is $2,959. I have nothing, as I said, harvestable until the soybeans are growing. And that's going to be a horrible harvest because this field needs lime and it needs spraying. Neither of which do I have the equipment to do it with, so something else I'm going to have to lease. I don't like to cheat in money. And most of my starting farms that I have done and that I have played for real, not my demo farms, but my starting farms, I have used contracts as a way of generating money. At this point, that's just not possible until Giants releases the patch. Like I said, watch out for that video because right now I would love to play this map. I'm just not sure about it because I don't want to cheat in money. And I'm either all or nothing. I either start from scratch or I will cheat in enough money to make this farm viable. I will get rid of all the small equipment and I will buy bigger equipment. Now, to give Connect Modding their dues, this is a beautiful map. It looks great. Let's just zoom up into the air. And even from the aerial view, it looks fantastic. I'm not sure whether to give this a 9 or a 9.5 out of 10. The only reason that I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10 is I would have liked to have seen a few more production points. But like I said, all in all, it's a beautiful map. I would love to start playing it, especially as it introduces a new crop and new equipment. But thanks to Giants, it's gonna have to wait. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. I hope you found this video useful. Please remember to subscribe. It really helps the channel out, as well as give the video a like. That also helps the channel out immensely. Thank you for watching. Jay.